The sun shines bright in the
Hi,
open
Wizard.
country
Sam here.
home. 'Tis summer, the
It's our
darkest
favorite
of
time of the year for me. It's Derby
days.
week.
The corn tops ripe
We're
and the
going to go over the
meadows
Derby.
are
I'm going to
blue,
do a quick
while the
video. I want to
birds
go over a
make
few undercard
music
races that I
on the
found, and then we'll go
bay.
from there.
The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and
Let's
by,
start with the
about
Derby.
time
Get right
comes
to
a
it.
knocking at the door.
Okay, here is the Derby. It is well, I want to first start off by this is certainly a recreational race. Um, Michael always said days like this are for recreational play, and I totally agree. The Kentucky Derby this year, 20 runners, 3-year-olds, yada yada. It's an arc 11 out of the box. This is the neutral side. You sort late, it's an arc 15. It's 20 horses, 15 of them are in the late arc. 3 of them that are not in the arc are unknowns. And if you sort early, it's also an arc 11. Pick your poison. um, the horses that I decided to play for recreational play end up showing up on all 3 sorts. So I'm happy to see that. So out of the box, let's work this race out of the box. Um, our morning line favorite is going to be Renegade. Let's pull this up here. Um, I like to. I treat this race like any other race. Let's check our target. That's our 15 horse emerging market. 156. Certainly nothing wrong with that one. It's in line. Ran it in a mile and 3/16 at the fairgrounds in the Louisiana Derby. So that's our target. It's hard. It's a 157. I'll round that 156.8 up to a 157. That's our target. Now let's have some fun with this arc. Next on the line is the 6th Commandment. Can he run the target? He's close. Ran a 155, couple points off. I think this horse might get bet. He's certainly 4 out of 5. 21 to VCP. Not going to get that. That's for sure. That's a nice little tip I want to show you. If you're looking at a race and you see a big VCP, like 15, 20 to 1, and your morning line is 6, 7, or 8, and you're looking at double-digit VCPs, 9 out of 10 times you're not going to get the price you need to play that animal anyway. So no reason to spend a lot of energy on a horse like that. Likewise on the 18. Little shy on target. Couple, maybe 3 lengths. 6 to 1 morning line. Probably not going to get 26 to 1 VCP. In a race like this, you certainly want to check the board. Who knows what prices are going to be. We're going to continue down the line. The 12, Chief Wallaby. Not, eh. This is his debut. He did it 7 furlongs. Here's the 9. The Puma. When I worked this race, I went late. So let me do that. I decided to settle on the late line because the profile last few years, as I showed, has been trending late. So I'm gonna, and it's also my largest arc. So Happy's one of the. I decided to play 4 horses in this race. I'm probably gonna play 4 horses to win if odds allow, and I'm gonna key 2 of those 4 in some exotics, and maybe a dollar box the 4 horses. The 8 horse is the first horse that I settled on here. There's our late line here. Something got screwed up. Okay, we're going to sort late. Okay. Let's go to So Happy here. Traveling down the line. Our target's 157. There's a big 161 at 7 furlongs and then a 159. So I like that. The Santa Anita Derby, maybe it was a slow pace, 46 and 4, 111 and 1. Probably that explains the not so great master pace rating there. So I settled on So Happy here. The race did change a lot when you brought in the also eligibles and scratched a couple horses. So Happy on the first download was very high on the line here. So we'll see what kind of price we get on So Happy. The next horse that I settled on was the 15 Emerging Market. This horse might get bet. Flavian steps aboard. Hasn't lost the race yet. He is our target horse. Now all these bets are going to be price dependent here. I'm not playing these horses at 9 or 10 to 1. I just need a little more than that. I'm probably not going to go off the VCP. You go off the VCP, there's not going to be any bets. So another one I liked, and also if you look here, our wizard Bill Paulson took notice and mentioned here in the Follow Me, the Virginia Derby winner has good late fractions, and Derby 10's late. So I agree with that assessment here. This Incredible is certainly going to be a big price. Bested the target here, 159 last time out. That's a big number. And then he ran target third back. Don't know what happened in the Holy Bull. Retreated. Okay. The wheels came off for some reason. But this horse is high on the line. It's high on the late line. And going to be a very good price. So he's another one that I settled on. Again, these are all price dependent. The 8, the 15, the 11. And then I found one more, a scud missile here. The 16, our Fulcrum horse. Ran target last time out in the Louisiana Derby. He ran just behind the Louisiana Derby winner. So Pavlovian here is going to be a big damn price. So I took a look at him. So those are my 4, 8, 15, 11, 16. With an arc like this, go right ahead and whatever you settle on. Good luck and enjoy the Derby. Not a good race for instructional purposes, but it's a nice, fun race to go bomb shopping. That's for sure. Let's go over some races I found on the undercard. The first undercard race that I found that caught my eye here was Churchill Race 2. All these races that I'm going to show real quickly, I'm going to go over them pretty quickly. I want to keep this video under 30 minutes. They all will be under the Follow Me thread within Value Capper. Minding gaps, we have an arc 4 here. First thing I like to do, I always like to assess the target. Our target is 159. That looks like a hard target. I see no issues whatsoever. The value investment potential here is this 11 horse Lincoln's Law. Let's take a look at him. Lightly raced. Can he run on 159? Sure. Did it in debut. And just a couple points off it. Last time out, going first time in a route. I shared this race. I said VIP is a tight line. I'm going to mind gaps. 9-2, 5-1, 6-1, 6-1. So we have a tight line. Nice acupressure move up. I'll show you what that's about. What that simply means, if you click on our acupressure tab, you see at the first call, the 11 does not get a mention. And then lo and behold, at the second call, he moves all the way up to second position at the second call. I like moves like that. These are what I call acupressure moves up or V2 move up. It's not an EMU or an LMU. That's something different, but it's kind of the same dynamic as the horse is nowhere to be found, and then suddenly he pops up from nowhere to second. So we got an acupressure move up, and he's okay against the target, so I'm in. I think a VCP okay. We'll take 9-1 on this horse. Blinkers on. I like that. Equipment change. Let's go to our next race that I found. Next race goes off around 12 o'clock Eastern Time. This is Churchill Race 3. Pressured, highly pressured. We're laid out of the box. Minding gaps, 3 horses in this arc here. And our value investment potential, who is blue, is this 1-horse Arrow Smash. Let's take a look. Let's assess our target. Our target's the 12. We have a mile on the dirt at Churchill, 7 furlongs, 64, 65. Close enough. I don't have a problem with that. Our target is hard at 165 or 164. Let's take a look at the 1 here. How is the 1 against target? Certainly fine. Second race back, 4th race back, we're fine on target. Does this horse run well fresh? Not so much. So that means I will require a larger price. I settled on 10-1. Looking at it again, when I originally looked at this race, I decided to take 10-1. But looking at it, maybe I want the VCP. Simply because he doesn't particularly run well fresh. Let's check the works. April 25th, April 18th. Okay, four moves in April. That's nice. All right. Blue Vip, we said this. He's double L. That's nice. That's our 1-minute expert. I'll show you that real fast for people that might not know what that is. We are on our 1-minute expert screen, and we'll sort by late fraction. He's our top late. Okay. Minding gaps. We already talked about that. I said that he runs well fresh. Does he? Yeah. Interesting. I don't know if I was drunk when I wrote this down. He doesn't look like he runs well fresh to me. Maybe last time out I said that he runs well fresh because he made that nice close. Anyway, we got a jock switch. And I wrote would take 10-1. This horse is high on the line, minding gaps. Should be a price. Sometimes when I do work in advance, I'll make some notes, sleep on it, and then look at it again and say, wait a minute, what was I thinking? So it happens. So it's good to do work, like Michael said, and then come back. But yeah, Arrow Smash was certainly a horse that I'm interested in. Also, it's a dual late race, and this horse likes to come from off the pace. Always a plus. He's been trying to close recently, and that last race he went from 11th to 4th. That's certainly very good to see. All right, we're at 15 minutes. We're good on time. Let me show you another one. Churchill 5. 1:12 Eastern Time. Our target horse is the 1. This is our bomb. We're neutral out of the box. We have one blue VIP plus. This is our one from the neutral sort. Let's take a look. Here's our target. We don't have to do target work. This is a turf sprint at Churchill Downs. When I open a race and it points neutral out of the box, I like to decide if I want to go early or late if possible in most cases. We see some pressure. We've got a pressure on the positional side up top. We see some pressure at the first call. We see a lot of pressure at the second call. So right now I'm thinking late. Let's take a look at our track profile. That's another way I want my profile to hopefully agree with my accurate pressure assessment. Let's see what we get here. We have 3 races this year. A wire job, 5th by 2.5. That's about an early presser. 4th by 1 1/6. That's an early presser. 48.50 early to neutral there. And I'm going to sort late and see what happens. Our one drops. Out. Lose him as a VIP. Early. He's our VIP and he's our second number 1 early. So I'm not sure. I'm a little confused. I decided to stay neutral here. The one comes up on the early side. He comes up on the neutral side. That's good enough. It's not like I'm dealing with a dual heavy pressure or anything like that. So this is our blue VIP type 2 pattern. We see that right there. We have that. Surface change. Stepping onto the grass. He's 0 for 5 on the turf. Ooh, I don't want to bet that horse. If you run from a horse like that, okay. That's your call. I take the position that the trainer's putting him back on the turf for some reason. And the 0 for 5 on the grass is going to ensure price. So no problem with that. Counter late. Yep, he tends to be early presser type horse. And I wrote VCP okay. I need 10 to 1 on this animal. So Wendelson in the 5th at Churchill. Let's go on to the next one. Gulfstream 3 to around 2 o'clock Eastern time. I really enjoyed this race. This 7 horse is 7 to 5 morning line favorite. 7.5 turf. The race opens up on the late side. 7 to 5 morning line, and he's off 14 months. Yikes. I want to bet against that animal. So I didn't have to go far to find my bet. Second on the line here is this one horse, One More Duke. Blue VIP, all over the machine. Bing, bing, bing. All over the machine needs to show up 3 times or more. 5 or 6 times, that's an all over the machine plus. Stretch out special. What's that? He has some sprints here. He's certainly not a stretch out special. Stretch out special has to show all sprints. And this horse does not. I don't know what I did there. He is not a stretch out special. He is a Sammy Trip horse. Jockey distance, surface change. So he gets a Sammy triple, counter early. He is the APV in one of the APV horses in the race. And we get a 5 to 1 VCP. That's very low VCP. I decided to settle on 6 to 1. We have 4 to 1 on the line. This horse has a very nice type 2 pattern. And he certainly can run target. So One More Duke in Gulfstream's 3rd race. Our next race is Churchill 8th race. This is a mile on the dirt. Our target is the 1 horse at 168. This horse never in a route before. Won by 7 1/4 lengths both times. This is a strong animal. Your call if you want to bet against a horse like this. I wouldn't fault you if you decided you didn't want to take a shot against an animal like this. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. This is our target, 168. We got a value investment potential here on the 4. Counter late, V2 move up, value capper price okay, 15-1. Acupressure move up here. Again, doesn't show up on the first call and then shows up third at the second call. So that's a big move. The question in this race is, do you want to bet against these 2 early horses that are gapped to this bomb? I let price be my guide here. You know, this horse is 25, 20-1, 30-1. Yeah, I'm going to put some money on him. Maybe hook him up with the 1, 6, and the 7 as the fulcrum. Maybe a 4, the exacta key box 4 with the 1, 6, 7. Exacta key box 4 with all. But the call that you have to make as a value capper is, do you want to even get involved in a race like this? You could take the position that I don't want to get involved at any cost, or I'm going to let price be my guide, which is how I usually treat every race. Michael always said, money answers all things. So I saved the best for last, I believe. A couple more to show you. Belmont 9. This 8 horse Daytona Moonshine right on top of the late line. It's a highly pressured race. The race opens up that way. We got a jockey switch. Reversing. He's a blue VIP. Type 1. He's in the closer box. Right there. Lone closer in the closer box. And it's in a late race. Our target is 160. We have a new target, the 3. The 1, I decided not to use that target because it's a sprint target. And today we're looking at a mile. So I went and found a new target, and that was the 3 horse at 155. We dropped that target 5 points. What does that do? It now allows me to play the 8 because we have a 157 and a 154. This horse is reversing. He's got a pattern, type 1, type 2A, yada yada. So I settled jockey, hit an improvement. So I settled on this 8 horse here in Belmont's 9th race. Okay, now the best for last. I said earlier, all over the machine, shows up 3 or more times. Well, this horse shows up more times, I think, than I've ever seen. This is actually 6 times. He shows up 5 times here. 5x5, single pattern, anti-value countdown, early acupressure, early race, 5-star reverser. And I had to click this little arrow to show the final one, which makes him a blue VIP plus. Let's take a look at this horse, Freedom Road. Our target is the 1. Now, another quick tip. I mentioned it on the target work video. I'll mention it again. If the horse that you're interested in betting can do a bad target, there's no reason to change it or do that target work. So first thing I do is trust with what the machine gave me, 151. Can this horse do a 151, even if it's a bad target? Even if this was a 5 furlong turf sprint, today's a dirt route, it doesn't matter. If your horse that you want to play can do that bad target. Can he? Certainly. No problem. 159, 155. Our target is a 151. I don't even know if that's a bad target. He's off a layoff. I could go get another one, but I don't need to. 5-star reverser. We know Homer Bear loves those. Third start layoff and reversing. Type 2 pattern certainly has it. All over the machine, as we discussed. He's got the E, the counter early. He has both calls and acupressure by quite a bit. I settled on 7-1 here. 9-2 on this weak line. I just happened to take a quick look at Laurel. I usually don't focus on Laurel a lot, but I was clicking through, and when this race came up, I was like, wow. So this is as strong as it gets. I mean, he might win. He might run 5th. But it's certainly a play if I get 7-1. All right, 26 minutes. I'm under time. I hope you guys have a great Derby day. Please comment down below if you have any questions. If you want to see a topic that hasn't been covered by Bob and I. Bob, Craig, and I are all here for your support. We want you guys and gals to be successful and continue to enjoy the game and enjoy using Value Capper. So, without further ado, thanks for watching.
Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for the old Kentucky home. For the old Kentucky home.